Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you are having a great start to your weekend. With it being Saturday once again, that means it's time for another episode of Yield Weekly Home Fragrance Roundup. If you are newer around here, this is a weekly series where I just chit-chat about all of the home fragrance that I was using around the house over the course of the past week. So what I was burning, what I was melting, what I was crocking, what I was lamping. And I do all of this alongside my trusty assistant, Alf, who is my pug. He's my dog. He is already asleep in my lap here. So if you hear any grumbling or snores or snorts or anything like that in the background of the video here, that's just Alf providing that free pug ASMR. So if you have never lived in a home with a pug, this is what it's like. There's just constant ambient noise in the background. I personally find it really relaxing and soothing, so hopefully you do too. So yeah, he's already taking his little nap over here. Anyway, I hope you had a really great week and that you are enjoying, hopefully, a long holiday weekend here. I do actually have to work today on Saturday. We have a B'nai mitzvah that we are setting up florals for a little bit later on today. So I do have to go into work again. It was kind of a crazy busy work week for me again. So I don't have a ton of stuff to discuss, but I definitely was enjoying some home fragrance after coming home from work this week. So yeah, we're gonna dive into it. But before we do, check out the description box. I will link where you can find any of the candles that we're discussing here today. I will put some discount codes down there. There will be sale information for all of the candle sales that are happening at my personal favorite companies this weekend. It is a holiday weekend, so there are a lot of really great sales happening. I will also, there's also some videos that are always linked in the description box for my weekly home fragrance roundup. They might be helpful if you are newer to home fragrance. For example, if you don't know the difference between a candle crock and a candle lamp, or how to properly use those, there's a video all about that. There's a video about what I do with all of my leftover wax from my Scentsy, from, you know, candles that I crock, all of that stuff. So yeah, check out the description box if you have never done that. There's quite a bit of information down there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with a little tour of what I am currently burning and what is going in my candle crocks. I am not using any of my candle lamps right now, but I will be using one here, and I'll show you why. I made a little boo-boo last night before going to bed, so we'll discuss that. That was my bad. When I woke up this morning, I was like, of course I did that. Anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the little tour of what's going on around the house right now, and then we'll meet back here and talk about what else I was enjoying this week after work. Burning behind me today while I am filming is one, and truly just one of my many favorites from the Cringle Reserve line. This is Sweet Cream. This is a really nice, rich, super decadent strawberry whipped cream type scent. It is so good. I can never get enough of it. It's one of the ones that I will probably always have at least a backup or two of. I just really like how this one performs so incredibly well. It's usually always quite potent, and it's definitely a room filler and then some. So it's got some good traveling abilities to it as well. So anyway, definitely a huge fan of this one. And if you've never tried it, if you're a gourmand lover, you should probably put it on your list. On the kitchen island, I have my beloved voluspa Tahitian Coconut Vanilla in the hearth size going. I will tell you right now though, she is my little troublemaker. Let me give you an overhead shot so you can see kind of what I'm talking about. Still wants to tunnel. Trucking along, definitely trucking along, but still has the urge to tunnel even after I correct it, or have corrected it. Penny, move. After I've corrected it multiple times with a little candle surgery. I don't know why this one won't behave. Honestly, it is the only hearth candle from Voluspa that has ever given me any trouble like this. The California Summers kind of wanted to do it, but I did the candle surgery on that one by getting rid of, you know, that little bit of excess wax, and then it burned perfectly fine after that. But this one here just keeps going back to tunneling. Now, I don't want to imply that yours will tunnel this way. I wonder if there's just maybe something up with the wicks with this one. I'm not sure what it is, but it does keep doing it. And even though I love it, I am going to be honest about the performance. Will I still probably repurchase this one in the future in a hearth size? Oh yeah, absolutely. I love this scent so much, you guys. This is one of, I have a few favorites for summer, but this is definitely probably, along with California Summers, my #1 summertime favorite from Voluspa. So I'm willing to deal with it. Honestly, the tunneling doesn't affect the strength and the throw. That is, you know, pretty darn good, I will say, especially for a candle of this size. It better be. But I think it's just the aesthetics of it that bother me, and also the fact that none of my other hearth candles have done this before. So I'm willing to, oh my gosh. Can you guys hear those peacocks? Ugh. Their names are Lunch and Dinner, and they are our next door neighbors. And I think they get louder every single day. Anyway, I think I've probably said enough about this one, but yeah, I really love this scent, and I will repurchase it in the future because I do love it so much. I just hate that it doesn't look quite as pretty when it's burning, when it has that tunneling effect going on. It does not affect the strength and the throw. It just, I don't know, I'm picky. So for what it's worth, there she is, and that is her current status. She continues to cause problems. In the candle crock here in the kitchen is Cringle Cherry Pie. Raise your hand in the comments below if you were able to get your hands on this one during the launch. I thought it was going to sell out extremely quickly, and turns out I was right. I don't really know how quickly, but I know by the time that I got home from work on Thursday, it was already sold out, and I left work at 3. I think I left work at 3. I got there pretty early. So, but yeah, this definitely, I figured it would sell out. I was a little bummed because I did want another one, but I think it's going to come back. The fact that this one did sell out, I think, says to Cringle, it would be profitable for us to repour it. So I'm sure that they will. I'd actually like to see it in a 4-wick format next. I'm going to kind of, I think, hold off and see if they will put it in a 4-wick. So no matter what, you know, they're going to obviously have to repour it. So it'll be at least a couple weeks here if they are going to do that. But I think based on how popular this was, quite frankly, they'd be silly not to do it. So if you didn't get your hands on it, don't give up quite yet. Cringle has been known to definitely circle back around and repour things from special releases like this. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually keep it in the lineup. And once again, I say to Cringle, give us a pie collection, give us a cake, give us a cookie, give us some kind of gourmand collection. And also just make sure that you pour plenty, because I think that's going to be insanely popular myself. I mean, I certainly would go ham on a collection like that. And Cringle really, they're getting really good at the gourmands. They know what they're doing. And I think that if they put their mind to it, they can do it. So let's all rally Cringle together and say, yo, Give it to us. We want it. All right, let's move upstairs. We are now up in the master bedroom where I decided to go ahead and put the Cringle bottle rocket in here. As you can see, I didn't have a ton left, and honestly, I thought I would get a little bit more enjoyment out of it for a longer period of time by just melting it at this point. So I did. I'm loving it in here. This is such a good scent, you guys. It's really fruity and fun. I think this one is still available. If it is, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I kind of figured this one might not sell out. I thought the cherry pie definitely would. This one, at least when I got home from work yesterday, was still available. So check on the website, and if it is, you can use my discount code Melanie15 to save at least 15% off of it if you don't have any rewards available. I would recommend picking it up. I think it's going to be a great fragrance for the summertime for many of you. It's fruity, it's fun. It really does smell like those bomb pops or bottle rockets, whatever you call that popsicle in your neck of the woods. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this one, and it's one that I would definitely repurchase myself in the future as well. So anyway, I really have been enjoying this one, and I think I'll probably get, when did I put these in here? Probably on Tuesday or Wednesday. And so they're still going strong right now. I expect to get just maybe over a week out of both the cherry pie, which by the way, I had burned to the same level as the bottle rocket here. Yeah, I should get at least a solid week out of that amount of melted wax. That's typically how it works with the Cringle candles for me. I would not have gotten another week worth of burning out of this one or the cherry pie, which is why I like to say that I kind of am able to extend my enjoyment by sometimes popping these candles into the crocks. If you need a candle crock, I do have 2 very neutral options linked in the description box. This is one of the ones that I have linked. I also have a white one, just a plain white one, which I think is a fantastic option as well, linked, and they are like 20 bucks. I think they're 20 bucks. So, yeah. Anyway, all right. I don't think that I have anything in the back bedroom this week, but I'll double check. Otherwise, I'll just meet you back downstairs. Hope you guys enjoyed that little tour of what's currently going on around the house right now. I really like how that Cringle Reserve Sweet Cream is blending with the Tahitian Coconut Vanilla in the kitchen there. Between those 2 candles, the entire downstairs of the house smells so good right now. So anyway, let's start with some candles that I was able to finish this week. Even though I was pretty busy with work, I definitely was able to finish a couple of candles, and I finished 2 HomeWorx candles here. One is honestly one of my favorite summertime fragrances from HomeWorx, and if this is now sold out at QVC, you can still get the sugared lychee martini from the HomeWorx website. The wrap or the label looks different on the one from the Rakuten & Co website, but it's the same scent. This one I finished, I think, was it Wednesday? I think I finished this Wednesday after work. Listen, this one is so just absolutely delicious. This is a blend of chilled premium vodka, but just ignore that. This is not a boozy scent. You don't smell the vodka. You just don't get a boozy vibe from this one at all. Sweet lychees, raw cane sugar, and a hint of vermouth. Again, I don't really smell the vermouth, but I do smell really sweet lychees, and I'm a huge fan of anything that smells like lychees. I love to eat lychees. I love lychee flavored anything, so if you too are a fan, this might be a candle that you might want in your home fragrance lineup for summer 2025. I know that I'm certainly going to keep enjoying it. You'll see this one again here in a second, because guess what? I had some backups. So even when I finished this one, I was still able to enjoy one of my backups. So yeah, that was a great one. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Really great performance on this one. So this here is Fantastic Fudge. Now, I have reviewed Fantastic Fudge in the past. This was a 3-wick version. Full disclosure on this one, I did receive it in PR. I was going to re-review this one as a 3-wick, but I never got around to doing it, so I'm just not going to. I'll just update you here. I feel like this was pretty potent for being a 3-wick, which admittedly, I wish that HomeWorx would stop with the 3-wick format. I really prefer the 4-wick. I mean, I guess they can do what they want, right? But for me personally, if I am purchasing from HomeWorx, it is usually not gonna be the 3-wick format. I just usually get a better performance out of the 4-wicks. But I will admit that this particular 3-wick was kind of performing like a 4-wick. This is a really deep, dark, decadent chocolate scent. Kind of reminded me of the same chocolate that was in Bath & Body Works espresso bar in the past. I know that that scent was mostly supposed to be an espresso type scent, but I always picked up a heavy, like, dark chocolate note in it. And that particular dark chocolate note is what I smell in here, which is why I think I'm kind of drawn to this one so much. It's just really rich, really dark. This is not milk chocolate. If you don't like dark chocolate, I would skip this. But yeah, I really like this one, and it burned really well. I mean, I didn't have any issues with it at all. The wicks were fine. In fact, the wick clips extinguished the candle when it was done. I didn't even have to blow this one out. It just blew itself out, if you will. So definitely thankful that I was able to enjoy this one. And if you're interested, I'm pretty sure this is on the HomeWorx or Slatkin & Co website. I'm still used to calling it the HomeWorx website, but it's not really the HomeWorx website anymore. It's the Slatkin & Co website, because they also sell the ScentWorx on there, the Dwell Bath & Body product. So it's kind of like the umbrella that all of the Slatkin products are underneath, and they're all sold on the same website. But if you want, I do have a discount code. The information for that is in the description box, so you can get 15% off of your order of, I think it's $40 or more with that at Slatkin & Co. And then the other candle that I finished was what I had in my candle crock in the kitchen. This was in my candle crock for about a week and a half. This is the Better World Fragrance House Sweeter Tings. Now, I did not have any issues with this burning. I just had never crocked any of my Better World Fragrance House candles, and I decided to go ahead and test out how they do in crocks with this particular one, because I'd already burned it to just below the halfway point. So figured might as well, you know, see how it does. And it gave me like a solid, I would say, week and a half of continuous fragrance. This is a really pretty floral from Better World Fragrance House, and if you're interested, I cannot recommend it enough. I will say the Better World Fragrance House candles are a little bit more expensive, but I think they're worth the splurge because the quality and the performance of these 1-wick candles is really, really good. It's just a nice, clean, solid burn with a pretty good strength and throw, again, for the size of the candle. So yeah, I will definitely repurchase basically any of the Better World Fragrance House candles that I've purchased so far, with the exception of Carby Musk. Now listen, I love Carby Musk. That one is still going in my downstairs powder room. But I just don't like the fact that it's at such a significantly higher price point than the rest of the candles in the line, because it has the same It's the same packaging. Everything is the same, except that particular scent was designed by a famous perfumer, which obviously I think probably upped the price immediately. But it's also supposed to have this special technology that I just didn't really think was a thing. So unless I can get it on a really good sale, I probably won't pick up the Carby Musk again. But it is a really beautiful scent. So I'm kind of just trying to cherish what I have left of that one because, like I said, I don't know. Okay, next, let's dig into some of these candles that I was burning this week. I'm going to start with things that aren't new, and then we will move on to things that are new. So, all right. Jelly donut. You guys, it's sold out again. I'm sorry. I hate to almost bring it up because Cringle is having a really good Memorial Day sale this weekend, but Jelly donut did sell out very quickly. It always does. When Jelly donut is in stock, you just have to buy it then. Like, I know sometimes people want to wait for a sale, but as soon as there is a sale, it's going to be gone pretty, I would say, instantly. So this is another one of my favorite reserve fragrances from Cringle. Now I am down to about, what was that, like maybe like a quarter of the candle here. So I'll be getting out another one here soon. I already have a few backups of Jelly donuts, so I did not pick up any. Don't blame me. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Other people, you know, sold this one out again. But it's just so delicious, you guys. This is a very potent, I will warn you, it is strong, and not everyone can take this one. I have now had a couple people tell me that it's a little too intense for them. They like the scent, but it's a lot. It is very strong, and it's sweet. So it can probably be perceived as cloying by some. Not me. I love this. I have this in the 4-wick format as well. I have not lit up the 4-wick format. I will, but I want to get through more of my 2 wicks first, and then I'll dig into the 4 wicks. I'll probably dig into those maybe in the fall. This is a year-round fragrance for me. I love burning this in the spring. I love it in the summer. I love it in the fall, and I even love it around the holidays. It's just one of those where there's never not a right time for Jelly donut in my world. So if you've never tried this one, it is one of my top recommendations from Cringle. And in fact, I'm gonna try to get this video done for Monday so that hopefully you can catch some things on sale from the Cringle Memorial Weekend sale. I want to share my top 5 summer suggestions from Cringle, and I'm gonna do this for all of my favorite brands for the next couple of weeks here, where I share my top 5 for just specifically the summer season. I've done some videos in the past where I've done, you know, my top 5 of all time from my favorite candle companies, but I thought it might be good to also do a seasonal version. It can definitely change from year to year because, for example, this year from Cringle, I'll definitely be mentioning the Yuzu and Sage, whereas in the past, I would have probably recommended Sicilian Orange. Still love Sicilian Orange. I don't want to knock her because she is a great scent, but I feel like the Yuzu and Sage kind of overtook that Sicilian Orange for me. But anyway, I love this. Got on a little tie right there, but let's keep going. Okay, obviously, let's dig into HomeWorx. Sugared lychee martini. So there's a fly in here. Of course there is. It's because the back door is open. When I'm home, I like to leave the back door open so that the dogs can come and go, use the potty and whatnot without having to ask me. But yeah, anyway, I already dug. That fly is going to drive me nuts. I'm so annoyed by it. This is one of my backups of sugared lychee martini. I just love how sweet this is without being like overwhelming or too much. It's just so good. I don't know. I've talked this one to death, I feel like, in recent weeks here, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But we are going to discuss a few new scents from HomeWorx. I did recently receive a few new candles as PR from HomeWorx. If you're not familiar, I am an ambassador with HomeWorx. So from time to time, they do send us some candles here and there, and we burn them and share our thoughts with you. But I do want you to know that I did not pay for these. So thank you to HomeWorx/Slatkin & Co. for sending these out. I want to start with the one that I will hopefully have an in-depth review for you of in the next day or two here. This is the Limoncello Cupcake and Bing Cherry. I have reviewed the coconut and the raspberry version of this earlier in the spring here, and when they said that they were going to send out the cherry one as well, I was like, yay, I really wanted to try it. But I am on a little bit of a candle low buy right now. Speaking of this little guy here in my lap, I'll get back to this in a second. Alf has to have he has to have surgery on June, I think it's June 3rd. Yeah, it's June 3rd. He has a really big lipoma on his hind leg, and it kind of grew really fast, which makes me nervous. It's definitely a lipoma. Believe me, I went to the doctor as soon as I noticed it, and I was like, please do a biopsy on this thing and tell me that he's okay. So we know it is a lipoma, but it is starting to affect the way that he walks. And it's not just like an aesthetic surgery. I don't care if he has a lump on his leg, but this is beyond just a lump at this point. It is starting to affect, like I said, the way that he walks. And so we have to have surgery. And if you have ever had a pet who has had surgery, you know it is very expensive. This is gonna be a $5,000 surgery. So I need to cool my personal jets here when it comes to a lot of my like excess spending for the next few months while we pay the surgery off. So luckily I have a lot of candles on hand. So anyway, I'm kind of pulling back a little bit again so that I can get this guy taken care of, because while I love my candle hobby, these guys definitely mean more to me than anything else. So by the way, I have Penny here today as well. This is Penny. Penny's the blonde one. She is she's a little more sassy than Alf is. Alf is just a sweet loving boy, and Penny Penny has some toot. Let's just say that. Penny is actually the alpha in our house here. And Alf better comply, and he knows to comply. But yeah, definitely send my boy here some mojo for a quick recovery. I know it's gonna slow him down, but yeah, he's I gotta take care of my boy. So anyway, how did that happen? How did that conversation I don't know. Anyway, I was talking about this. So yeah, I'll review this for you and let you know how it is. So if you're interested in picking it up, you'll have my thoughts on it. But I'm definitely at the halfway point with it, and so far so good. I don't know that this is necessarily, I mean, I feel like it is cherry, but it's a very different cherry than I have ever smelled before, specifically from HomeWorx. I kind of expected this to be like the farm stand cherry, but it's really not. It's interesting. It's almost like a cherry, maybe mixed with like a raspberry, if that makes sense. I like it. I do like it. And I like that limoncello base. So yeah, anyway, I'll give you some final thoughts here. Okay, the other two fragrances that HomeWorx was kind enough to send my way, or Slatkin & Co. was kind enough to send my way, is the Blooming Trellis, and then also the Warm Vanilla Coconut. Let me show you what I did to this one last night. So I burned it after work, and then when I went upstairs to go get ready for bed, I blew it out. I thought I blew all of the wicks out, guess who didn't blow all of the wicks out? Because I came downstairs this morning at 6 and look what I did. Can you see that? Do you see that hole? Oh my God, I'm such a bonehead. I can't believe I did that. I blew these wicks out and missed the other one and just walked away. My bad. And now I feel like I have kind of ruined the candle. I think what I might do is I did get in a number of burns with it, and so I might go ahead and put the rest of this underneath my candle lamp and see how this does underneath the lamp. And then when I do my formal in-depth review, I can give you the numbers in terms of strength and throw while it's burning, and also strength and throw while it's melting underneath the lamp, because yeah, there's no way for me to correct this. And if I start burning this now, it is like all of the wax is gonna spill into here, and then it's gonna be a 3-wick, and then this side won't, you know, it won't burn evenly anymore. I made a mess. I made a mess. So like I said, whoops. Seriously, when I woke up this morning, I was like, it smells so good down here. And I was like, oh, I messed something up. And I knew exactly where to go, because when I come down the stairs, the dining room is right there. So I was like, oh, there it is. That's it. Anyway, let's discuss this one just really quickly. Now, I haven't burned this warm vanilla coconut quite as much as the other two. I think I've gotten 2 burns out of this one, maybe. Listen, I love the smell. This is so insanely light, though. I'm not gonna say the strength and throw is non-existent, but I'm definitely disappointed in the strength and throw of this one. Maybe it hasn't kicked in yet, because sometimes that can happen, but as of right now, for the first couple burns, I'm not crazy impressed with the strength and throw, and that is a big bummer for me, because if you have been with my channel for any amount of time, you know I'm a massive, massive fan of anything coconut, and this is a really good soothing coconut scent, so a little annoyed by that. But like I said, we will we'll burn it a few more times before I review it, and then we'll discuss the strength and throw at that point. But yeah, I'm definitely a little bummed. So just a quick heads up for tomorrow's video. I have a little Bath and Body Works candle haul to share with you guys. Now, I would not have purchased these candles had I not had a gift card left over from the holidays, actually. I had someone give me a $100 Bath and Body Works gift card for Christmas this past year, and I ended up putting it into my desk and lost track of it, but I was looking for something in my desk this past week and found the gift card and was like, yay. Definitely want to put that to some good use. So there was a $13.95 candle sale. I think it was last weekend. And then I checked my rewards on my app, and I actually had a 25% off coupon there. So I went ahead and placed an order online for 6, 7, 8, 9 candles. And I have not stuck my nose into any of these candles. These are all new to me fragrances. So I am either later on today after this video here, or tomorrow I will film that video and we'll do a little Bath and Body Works first sniff impressions / haul video. This was my first time in Bath and Body Works in a little while, and I did want to try some of their summer candles this year. So finding that gift card was kind of a good thing, because like I said, otherwise it's going to be somewhat slim pickings around here in terms of new home fragrance. Like I said, I've got my candle closet, so I can keep myself busy for a little while here, thankfully, but it is always nice to be able to share some new stuff as well. So thank you to the family member that gave me that gift card for Christmas, because I finally put it to some good use. Anyway, lastly, let's go ahead and dig into some Scentsy. I was a little lazy about my warmers this week because I was so busy at work. So I just have a few things here to share. Let's see, it's this one, strawberries and cream, yeah. Okay, so this is what I was utilizing around the house this week. These two are empty and this one still, well, these two still have some wax in them. So let's start with the ones that are empty. We have Lemon Haven, which I'm pretty sure was from the Easter collection. This smells like a lemon pound cake to my nose. Really delicious, love it. And I just got wax all over Elf. Poor guy. I really like this one. I don't know if you can still get your hands on it, but it was a really nice lemon. Definitely a fan of that. Really good strength from this particular one and definitely lasted me a solid 3 days. And then this one here is the Island Bloom. This has starfruit in it, and this one is really good. I also feel like I get a tropical, like floral / green type note from this one as well. I don't remember all of the actual notes for this particular scent, but I really like it a lot. It has this nice kind of fruity tanginess to it, which I think comes from that starfruit. It's really nice, and I kind of feel like I definitely want some more of this. I'm going to visit Lisa next Friday for the weekend. I'm gonna go see her in Idaho, and I think she always, so her guest room, she has warmers in there, obviously. I might request that this is the fragrance in my little guest room setup from her. I know she'll have it on hand because Lisa has everything, so yeah. If you haven't tried this one, it's really, really good. I definitely would recommend. This here is the Bergamot and Solar Driftwood. Now, I only used 3 cubes of this one. I really like this one. This is a very pretty take on bergamot. It's soft and a little bit more delicate. It's not super aggressive. Bergamot, I think, can come across as really potent and kind of overwhelming, depending on how it's done. But I think mixing this with that driftwood note really kind of creates a more soothing bergamot experience. I have this one in the laundry room hallway, and it's really, really nice, you guys. I don't remember when I got this. I don't remember if this is a part of the current catalog. I don't think it is. I'm wondering if this was a bring back my bar potentially. I'm not a consultant, so I don't keep track of when things come out or, you know, when they're re-released or whatever. So yeah, I wish I could remember. But anyway, if you have this somewhere in your Scentsy collection, bring this out. It's a really nice one. And then I went through another almost bar of strawberries and cream. I really love this one. And that fly. Usually, actually, either Penny or Alf are pretty good at catching flies. They're kind of like cats in that respect. Penny has killed, I think, her count is 5 flies during her lifetime, but Alf has gotten 7. Alf is a little bit of a fly champ, which is another reason why I love him so much. So anyway, back to strawberries and cream. So good. It's actually really good with the Cringle sweet cream as well. It's a great combo. That is what I have in the warmer over here, this strawberries and cream. So those two are a great combo together. All right, you guys, Penny is pacing. I think she needs a snack or something. So I'm gonna get her hooked up with her dinner a little bit early here because she's pacing like she's hungry. So I really appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to let me know what you were burning and or melting over the course of this past week in the comments down below. I I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you engaging with my channel and watching my content. I know there's a lot of content creators out there, and I don't think that I say it enough, but I really do appreciate you guys. So I hope you have a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend, and the dogs and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.